everyone, UK Goosebumps here, back with another video. Today we have Let's Get Invisible. So I haven't uploaded in like 10 days, I think it is, just because I had to read this book and it's been really boring and I really haven't enjoyed it. So that's why it's been a while, and I've just been doing other stuff as well, you know. So sorry if I don't upload that frequently. But yeah, not a big fan of this book at all. This book is basically about Max, the main character, and his brother Lefty. It's his nickname, I've forgotten his actual name. It's because he's left-handed. So basically, he has his birthday party, Max, and all his friends come over. And they end up finding this mirror that turns them invisible. It turns out if you switch the light, which is on the mirror, it can turn the person underneath the light invisible. Their dog finds it by looking under this like secret compartment in the attic, I think. Not a basement for once in Goosebumps, normally something to do with a basement. It's an attic this time. Anyway, and the whole point of this mirror is the whole point of the story, should I say, is that they mess around with this mirror, and they keep on wanting to go back for more. And the reason I'm not a big fan of it, the whole idea of the mirror and it turning you invisible is really cool, because this was one of the first. This is the first book in Goosebumps that does something with invisibility. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it gets ridiculously overcomplicated and unnecessary. So first it starts with his friends wanting to keep coming back, trying the mirror. And it honestly just gets a bit repetitive. After about the third time of his friends using the mirror, nothing really changes. It just gets a bit boring, reading the same thing over and over. Well, it feels like you're reading the same thing. Basically, the friends want to use the mirror, his brother uses the mirror and forgets to turn visible again and uses it to prank people. But then, after the first time, it's like, okay, cool, they're pranking people and, like, turning invisible. And after, like, the third time of his friends coming over and nagging him to do it, it just gets really boring. Yeah, so basically, it turns out the mirror, each time you use it, keeps you invisible for a little bit longer. They figured that out. And one time both of his friends, they do it for a while. I think it's like 15 minutes they turn invisible for. And when they come out, they don't seem the same. Like his friend, his hairstyle goes weird, and his other friend, something else happens. It changes their characteristics a bit, and their personalities have changed a bit. So they're acting a bit weird after going to this mirror for a while. And basically what Max finds out after going to this mirror, that his friends have actually been replaced by these things called, I think they're called reflections, like the monsters basically is what they are. They're called reflections, these monsters, obviously because it's in a mirror. And they take over you basically, so they put you in the mirror and they can come out in your body basically. So I don't really know if it's like a monster or like an evil spirit type of thing. But yeah, I thought it was alright. Then it just gets ridiculously overcomplicated. So great, there's loads of really complicated things after this. Like the reflections have to do something. I honestly can't remember because it was so complicated and boring. But basically, in the end, Max manages to get his friends back out into the other world and the reflections go back in, but there's a bunch of complicated things with the reflections turning back into them and stuff. I honestly can't remember. It just overcomplicated. Anyway, he gets these his friends out, and the story basically ends with him and his brother playing catch in the garden. And as I said at the beginning, his brother's called Lefty because he's left-handed, but he realises his brother's throwing right-handed, which is implying that his brother is actually the reflection and his brother's still in the mirror. So it's not actually his real brother. And that's the end of the book. This is probably one of my quickest reviews on the channel because I didn't like this book. I was stuck on page 20 for about a month because of how just slow it started off. But I'm not a big fan of this book. It was really boring for me, quite repetitive. Yeah, not a great one. So I'd rate Let's Get Invisible, number 6 in the original series. I'd rate it a 2 out of 5. really not a big fan of this book, so that's why I went over it so quickly. Sorry if you guys wanted a more in-detailed review. You could probably find this book for really cheap online if you want to read it. I don't recommend reading it, it's not great. But yeah, that's my review for Let's Get Invisible, rated a 2 out of 5. Next review will be Night of the Living Dummy, which is pretty cool. I got some other Goosebumps hauls to show you of what I got from eBay and stuff. And yeah, just gonna be pretty chill. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review of Let's Get Invisible. Thank you for watching.